Back here in Charlotte as we play with 1 out in the 6th inning. Niners have tacked on a couple of runs, making it a 5-0 lead. Runners at the corners for Jackson Mims. Right-hander Gordon Cardenas coming into the ballgame. Shapiro goes 5 in the third. 5 runs, 11 hits, 4 walks, couple of strikeouts. 92 pitches today, only 49 of them for strikes. Mims 0 for 3 on the afternoon. Takes a first pitch breaking ball, lifts it out in towards left center field. Linder is camping out under it. Jones is at the third base back to tag. He does, and he will score. Down to second goes Hampton as Linder airmailed the cutoff man. So Hampton takes the extra 90 feet. It's a 3-run inning. Give Mims the RBI. It's now 6-0 Charlotte. Harris yet to the plate.
Now to bat number 8, Harris again.
Yeah, hitting .361 despite an 0 for 2 afternoon so far. Tapper back to the mound and a ground out to third. Also drew a walk back in the first. First pitch breaking ball here, missing upstairs for ball number 1. Cardenas making his 21st appearance of the year. That's the most out of anyone in the Marshall Relief Corps. 3-2 with a 5.88 ERA. 33 innings of work under his belt. 24 runs, 22 earned on 39 hits. A little more than a hit per inning. 16 walks, 26 strikeouts. 1-0 pitch is in at the belt for a strike. Fastball there evens up the count at 1-1. Yet hitting .391 on the year with runners in scoring position. Touched on this last night. Camerata's 2-out RBI gave the Niners 100 RBI on the year with 2 outs. 100 of their 273. Harris yet has the team lead with 18 runs driven in with 2 outs on the board. Matter of fact, Niners today 3 for 7 with 2 outs. That's a .429 average at the plate. 1-1 pitch. Low and away, 2-1. Nice backhanded stop by Pastrana. Drew over in the on-deck circle if yet can continue this 6th inning. Just past the 4 o'clock hour Eastern here in Charlotte. Thanks for watching along here this afternoon, wherever you may be tuned in. Matt Burks, a solid 6 innings of work for Charlotte this afternoon. 2-1 way upstairs. Could see it slip right out of Cardenas' hands. He immediately went to the pant leg to try and, what I assume is drying off the leg, or drying off the hand rather, with sweat. Hot and humid and not much of a breeze whatsoever down there on the field. Three balls and a strike. Hitters count here for yet. Let's see if he gets something to handle. Cardenas set at the belt. 3-1. Breaking ball outside, ball 4. Snap throw down to second, but Reese getting back in. First and second, the inning will continue now for Drew Ober. He had a base hit and run scored back in the third. He has also struck out and walked. That hit and run sandwiched in between both of them. Those were in the odd-numbered innings to this point. Getting a crack at it here in his first even-numbered frame. .305 average on the year. One of a handful of Niners hitting .300 or better. Second best hitting team in the country. So you'd sort of expect that number to be up there. First pitch here, breaking ball right around the letters for a strike. Niners at .293 coming into the year. Second best behind Southern Miss. Man, if you start to think back the beginning of the year, if the Niners could have held on to that win at NC State with the way they've played, taken at least one at Georgia, one against ECU, just avoid the sweeps. 0-1 ripped but fouled out into the left field line. 0-2. Just say 3 wins there. That puts you at 31-17. You are up in the top half of the RPI and certainly on the bubble. Factor in a win or two at FAU. Man, the Niners got swept down there in Boca Raton with the offense absolutely struggling all weekend and still nearly took 2 of 3. 0-2 pitch. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. Ober didn't think so, but it's a strikeout for Cardenas to retire the side. But the Niners tack on 3 to open it up here on Saturday. 3 runs, 4 hits. A couple of runners left on base. We're through 6. 6-0 Charlotte here at Hayes Stadium. Bottom of the 7th coming up here at Hayes Stadium in Charlotte. Sean Fox with you. Niners leading it 6-0. Doubled their advantage with a 3-run 6th inning last time to the plate, sending 8 hitters to the plate. The only one that didn't get there is the guy leading it off, Dominic Camerata. Camerata 1 for 2 RBIs, single to left back in the 3rd. That's sandwiched in between a walk and a ground out to short. Goes after the first pitch here. Skies it a mile high out on the right. Towards the line is Eric Rodriguez. With the shades on, makes the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out. Take another glance here at the Conference USA scoreboard. Games in progress. Well, good news for the Niners. FIU still holding on to a 5-2 lead at Western Kentucky. And UAB has extended their lead 4-0 over Rice. If those 2 ball games hold up along with this one, as Todd Elwood stands in, flies one out into left. Tucker Linder is there for the first time today. Elwood is retired. Still a solid 3 for 4 effort. 2 pitches, 2 outs, however, in the 7th. If the Niners hold on, both Western Kentucky and Rice fall this afternoon. I believe the Niners would clinch a spot in the Conference USA tournament with holding the tiebreaker over those 2 teams. First pitch here in for a strike, 0-1. A couple of questions in my mind is once it becomes a 3 or 4-way tie, then certain other tiebreakers come in before the head-to-head. Here's a ground ball booted at third base by Matthews. Bullock is aboard. Hard hit right to Matthews on the turf cutout. Inning will continue now for Zach Smith. Once you get into multiple team ties, then you start going with records within the group. You start at the top of the standings and work your way down from there. Zach Smith in here from the left side. Goes after the first pitch and comes up empty. 0-1. Zach Smith, 3 RBI on the day. 2 for 3. 2-run single back in the 2nd. RBI single. Played it back in the 6th. 0-1 offering on the way from Cardenas. Breaking ball here misses up and away. A ball and a strike. 232 average. A home run and now 22 runs driven in. One way upstairs. Ball 2. Pastrana from his crouch had to jump straight up in the air to haul it in. 2-1 with 2 outs. Niners flirting with a shutout here so far between Matt Brooks and Matt Horkey. Two-1, big swing and a miss. Smith's helmet nearly fell off. Count here evens up at 2-2. Looking up and down the schedule and results here for the Niners. I want to say no shutouts and nothing yet. But so far, so good through 7. 2-2, fastball is outside. Full count now, 3-2. With 2 outs, Bullock will be off and running on the pitch. He'll get a head start over there at first base. Hunter Jones is in the on-deck circle. either hit here in the 7th or lead off the 8th. Bullock takes off. It's outside, ball 4. Gets away from Pastrana. Big turn around second by Bullock. But he'll stop there. After the 2-out error, Smith draws the walk. Hunter Jones to the plate. Get into a 3-way tie with anyone, a 4-way tie for that matter. Start with your record within the group, but if you don't play somebody, since every team leaves one team off the schedule, then you throw them out and go down to the next team. For example, if we get in a 3-way tie with Western Kentucky and Rice, we start at the top of the standings in Southern Miss. Since we don't play Southern Miss, we go right down to the second team, which would be right now Louisiana Tech. Here's a strike, 0-1 to Jones. The Niners took 2 of 3 from Louisiana Tech. Pastrana going out to have a chat here so we can continue this thought. Niners took 2 of 3 from Louisiana Tech. Western Kentucky, for example, lost 2 of 3. In UAB, lost 2 of 3. So that would give the Niners the tiebreaker in that 3-way tie scenario. Then once you break it and you get one of them out, then you go back to your head-to-head season matchup if you did play one another. 0-1 here to Jones. Fastball on the outside corner for a strike. Jones 1 for 3 on the day. Had an infield single that he beat out back in the 4th. Matter of fact, all 3 of his plate appearances have resulted in ground balls to short. Collette able to turn a double play near the second base bag in the 2nd. Fielder's choice. Run scored for Jones back in the 6th. 0-2 here. Breaking ball called strike 3. 3 pitches, retires Jones. Second strikeout for Cardenas, retires the side. No runs, no hits, 1 error, 2 runners left on for the Niners here in the 7th. We're off to the 8th. Niners still up by a half dozen.